Hey everybody, welcome back to Land Yacht Garage. In today's video, we'll be back to work on my 96 F350. Maybe we'll actually make some progress in this video. So, well, I'll just, bam. Here's a small block, all painted up. It looks like absolute shit. You shouldn't really be able to notice once it's in the truck. 100%, which I think I've heard this before, and I'm almost certain I did, that the VHT just sucks. The shit's like water. It just ran off. Yeah, even the black sucks. But it's all that they had in yellow. I didn't brush paint it with tractor paint because that would have taken forever to dry and look like shit, more like shit. So yeah, this VHT, it's like water. And yeah, I got 2 cans of yellow, a can of black. I have about half a can of black left and a half a can of yellow. And I got to paint the plenum yellow and then finish the accessory drive with black. Yeah. Hopefully this weekend my neighbor's going to come up and give me a hand getting these bolts out. I didn't really mask anything off. Oh well. It will get over it. It's fine. The block and stuff is yellow. Valve covers are black, obviously. Intake's going to be black because it's very shitty and black will cover it up better. Plenum will be yellow. Whole accessory drive will be black. Like, it's just like water. You guys really can't see it on camera, but it's very noticeable. The runs. But it is what it is. When it's actually in the truck, you won't notice. So, yep, I cleaned up all the inner fenders, scrubbed all that, scrubbed the fan shroud, painted the AC compressor, what else? The accessory drive, power steering brackets and everything I still got to paint. Throttle body black, plenum yellow, fan black, intake black. And then I got to cut the motor mounts out of the other frame, bolt them in this, and then pull my front clip back off that's just held on with a couple of bolts. And then motor in. I might be going to Rhode Island this weekend and picking up a fuel rail because I can't find one anywhere else. And they're $200 on eBay, and I could take a 2.5 hour trip to Rhode Island and get one for $80. So that's the plan. So I'm just gonna continue to paint stuff and keep you guys updated. So it is 2-3 days later. I think I showed you guys a painted motor. If not, here's the motor, all painted up. Still got to deal with the front intake bolts that snapped off. And I actually found a fuel rail. I'm meeting the guy this weekend, so then that will be good. But right now I'm gonna be working on putting the motor in. So just went down, cut out the motor mounts out of the old frame. So here they are. Got to pop out some rivets. I actually got some new bolts that was on the old frame to bolt it in. Still got to get 4 more, but hey, that saves me a couple of bucks. And then I can bolt it in. I got to go find my new flex plate that I bought that I can't remember where the hell I put. Drag up my engine hoist because that's like way down back. But I'm going to work on getting these motor mounts put in and then just do a quick coat of paint on them. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead. I got to get this front clip off, which it's like maybe 5 bolts holding the whole front clip on. So I'm putting the torque converter in, and this truck has an E4OD. I actually scored this E4OD for $100 or $150 with 44,000 miles. The only problem was a little hole in the bell housing. But anyway, I've made this mistake before. On the E4ODs, there are 3 stages to putting the torque converter in. Some transmissions are 2, some are 3. And I made a mistake where I felt the first one and then the second one, and I thought, good, and ended up bolting it together and everything, and the motor was locked up solid because the torque converter wasn't in all the way. So, this is how much it's in. Don't look at that. But the easiest way to figure out if your torque converter is in all the way, if you can't put your fingers between the torque converter and the bell housing, is the easiest way. And now fast forward to nighttime. Look at that. Dragged up my engine hoist, got it off a stand, got my brand new flex plate on there. Got it in, fully lined up with the bell housing and everything. Bell housing's all tightened down. I just have to do torque converter bolts. Haven't got to them yet. It's, I don't even know what time, 9 o'clock. I'm done for the night. Bell housing's tightened down. I want to give you guys a little advice of what I do. I'm not sure if other people do it, but when you're dealing with the Ford transmissions and torque converters, they have studs. They're not bolts. So you kind of have to get everything lined up while you go in. But I always, and you got to pull the torque converter towards the motor if you have the torque converter in properly. But since I messed up one time and didn't get the torque converter seated in all the way, I ended up, what I do is tighten the bell housing all the way up to the motor, just have it lined up with the holes on the flex plate, and then do the torque converter. I'm sure a lot of people do it that way. I don't pull the torque converter out before the bell housing is fully bolted on because it could pop out of the one of the stages. And yeah, ever since my motor locked up, and it was in this truck actually with my last transmission, I always make sure the motor turns over because I put the transmission in October of 2022 and I went to start the truck in February of 2023 and the motor was locked up, and I'm like, what the hell? And it was sitting outside previously to that, and I thought water gotten in and it froze because when I tried to first test fire this thing, it was negative 20 degrees outside, and I thought, oh crap, something's frozen. I got water in it. It wasn't that. It was the torque converter. So, I have to do some cutting on the frame, which I knew this. I thought I would just have to cut this rib out. Nope, I got to cut piece out like this for the oil filter, because obviously on a diesel, the oil on the 7.3, it goes up from that way on the side of the block. So, oil filter don't fit, which is no big deal. So, tomorrow, maybe, I'm not sure, my neighbor has to come up and help me get the intake bolts out, and then I can get this motor fully bolted together, and then I gotta have my neighbor weld up these. It's coming together. Pretty much what I do, this is how I've done this whole build. I have just worked on it until I buy a crap ton of parts for it, and then I work on it until I have nothing else to work on, put it on the back burner until I get more money, and then I dump a bunch more money into it, work until I can't do anything else to it, which I think this time I can pretty much get the truck finished. Well, finished without spending any more money on it. My injectors are going to wait a little while. Obviously, I'm going to do it all, but once I get it running, then I can do improvements to it. Like, I want to do better headlights, stuff like that, but I'm all done talking. I will see you guys tomorrow. I got to get my manifolds on, too. Oh, just reminded me of one thing. Literally, when I pressed the end button, the stop recording button, I turned this motor over. So now I have to retime it because I didn't turn the motor over at all since I pulled the distributor, and the rotor was facing this way. So now I gotta retime it. Great. Well, it's been a couple of days, and I got this little fella right here. This is Windsor. He just turned 8 weeks yesterday. He is a Australian cattle dog, German Shepherd, and Coyote mix. So as for the 96, I haven't made any progress on it since the last time you guys saw 2-3 days ago. Still just to fuck with the broken intake bolts and stuff. It's behind me, right over here and there. But yeah, so I will see you guys again when I start making Oh, I did get the manifolds on. I did get the exhaust manifolds on. But I will see you guys when I start making progress again. I'm 2 weeks ahead in videos. So yeah. Okay, guys. So it's been a couple more days. Figured I'd just give you guys a quick update. My neighbor's bringing home reverse drill bits today. Can't really weld to them, so we're just gonna drill them. Puppy's chilling. Hey, puppy. This little tear is just being a puppy, drinking dirty shop water. But today's project, since I can't do anything to my truck, this hole underneath my house is just a big storage, 75 by 13. So it has collected some shit over the last 12 years. I just did an estate clean out in April and a whole bunch of crap. So this is all garbage. I've been working at it for about 2 hours now. Like all my truck parts are under here and everything. Just trying to consume it all. And I never went through like the estate stuff. And yeah. So I'm keeping some of it. I already sold most of it. But I'm gonna show you guys a really cool thing that I found. This is, shouldn't be touching it with dirty hands. This is a original build sheet for a 1970 Charger 426 Hemi car. And it was optioned pretty good for a total of 5,200 cars. A 426 4-speed 70 Challenger. I'm not sure what the color was. Let's say the color. W1. I'm not sure what color that is. I'll look it up and I'll tell you guys. This is like a $250,000 car now. And I also found this. So this is the other thing that I found. Painting of a 70 Challenger ballot. I haven't opened it or anything for a scat pack. That's pretty cool. So it's W1 is white. So yeah, that was a pretty, and it was sold in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Wonder if this car still exists anymore. I guess I could look up the VIN. VIN's right there. Yeah. So it is the same day as you guys just seen the last clip. My neighbor didn't get his reverse drill bits, but I made a very impulsive buy. It is 9:30. Been up since 4:30 this morning, and I bought another project. So I will show you guys when it arrives, probably in about 25-30 minutes. Yeah, very impulse buy. I saw it yesterday up on Facebook Marketplace. The guy was asking $1,200. I offered him $500 cash. He said $600, come get it. And then he said, or I can deliver it for $700. And I said, bring it to me. I've already checked it out and stuff. So I will show you guys a new project when it arrives, hopefully right here. Well, the new project has arrived. Not sure exactly what I'm going to do with it. Like I said, it was a very impulse buy. Here it is. 987 Ford Ranger. With the 2.3 4-cylinder. So, I actually got this from a used car lot. It was a project of theirs. It's ODA Auto Precision out of Auburn, and Auburn, New Hampshire, and he has a couple more locations. But I'm actually gonna go ahead and end this video here. This is not gonna be a weekly video. This is actually gonna be a bonus video. So then, because I don't have enough storage, I'm gonna do a video on this tomorrow and everything. But let me quickly show you guys around it. It is complete. There is one problem with this. This guy has like over 1,000 cars, and he gave me the wrong title and wrote a bill of sale out for another truck. So I'm gonna have to contact him tomorrow about it and stuff. It has this tailgate. It has another one, some weird exhaust tip. It sat for 3 years. This actually runs and the transmission works-ish. The old Fords, I'm not sure if this has it, but they have the adjuster for the linkage on the shifter, and that's out of adjustment because it's has no park. Supposedly it has 11,000 miles. Not sure if that's true mileage or not. Door panel's falling off a little bit here. No idea where it originally came from. I'm not sure. I mean, the pedals, but it does need a master cylinder. Floor pans are gone, but I can get new ones. The floor supports are mint. The rockers, cab corners, bed is mint. The bed floor is mint. Everything is mint about this truck except for the floor pans. Yeah, showing 11,000. Wait a second. Okay. This was sold used car lot special as 11,000 miles. That's 1,100. So it has 111. Well, 101,000. Sorry. I completely not sure what it says there. It says something. It says 85, but the door tag says 87. It was actually factory blue. They painted it white. It has taken impact here, which I'm gonna repeat all this in the next video anyway. But yeah, taking impact here. I think get it running, driving back on the road where it belongs, and maybe do a cheap tractor paint job. Standard cab, long bed truck. Short beds are kind of useless for me, so I'm happy that it's a long bed. I'm going to go ahead and work on it a little bit tonight, see if I can get it running. I don't think the fuel pump's working, which it could be the inertia switch. So I'm going to show you guys all that in the next video. So I'm seeing if I can find anything that will indicate where it came from. I'm not sure. Because it has no inspection sticker, no plates, nothing. The other side is just a solid. So yeah, it ain't a bad little truck. I paid $700 for it, delivered. The guy was asking $1,200. I offered him $600. I offered him $500 cash, and he said $600, come get it. And I'm like, okay, because I just got my tow dolly, but it's not welded yet. And I'm like, I'm gonna have to figure out a way to transport. And he was like, well, we can deliver for $100. So it was just easier for me to go that route. Good little motor. Worst case scenario, it needs a timing belt. Which with 100,000, I'm sure it's been done before. So I'm gonna mess with this a little bit tonight. See if I can pair a fuel pump, get it in park. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching this video. I know, well, this is just a bonus video. I wanted to get my truck running, but my neighbor, those intake bolts are just being a major pain in the ass. So, I will see you guys in the next video, where we'll be getting this little Ford Ranger back on the road. As of right now, it needs 2 floor pans, possibly a fuel pump or something, a master cylinder, tires, probably. I don't know how much I trust these ones. They have air, but I don't trust them. So yeah, stay tuned for the next video, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends, and I will see you guys in the next one.